Hello students, welcome to SB Math Stat Physics class. We were doing problems that have appeared in JEE Main or in JEE Advanced in the previous episode. That is in episode 1, part 7a. We will now start episode 1, part 7b. In this class, we shall continue with problem solvings that are based on dot product or scalar product of two vectors. So let us continue. Take the question that is appearing on your screen now. Here ABC is a triangle. The vertices are given. What does this 3, 0, minus 1 means? This means that the position vector of the point A is 3i cap plus 0j cap minus k cap. Similarly, what does 2, 10, 6 means? This means that the position vector of the point B is 2i cap plus 10j cap plus 6k cap. It must be with respect to some fixed point taken as origin. Suppose the origin is here in space. Suppose this is the point O. Remember, the point O might not be in this plane. Okay, so C point is also given. Now M is the midpoint of AC, okay, and G divides BM in the ratio 2:1. Then actually what is G? G is the centroid of the triangle ABC. So what will be the position vector of G? It must be this plus this plus this by 3. So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 by 3 means 2. 10 plus 2, 12, 12 by 3 is 4. And next is 5 plus 1, 6, 6 by 3 means 2. So the position vector of G is 2, 4, 2. Okay, that is the position vector of G is 2i cap plus 4j cap plus 2k cap. And what you are required to find? Cos of angle GOA. So you have A, the position vector of A in your hand, and also the position vector of G. Okay, and so let this be OG vector. What is OG vector? This, as the position vector of G is 2, 4, 2, this means that OG vector is this vector. And suppose this is OA vector. What is OA vector? This is OA vector. Okay, now the dot product, the smallest angle between OG vector and OA vector is angle GOA, right? So cos of angle GOA equal to OG vector dot OA vector divided by OG vector mod into mod OA vector. And what is OG vector dot OA vector? Means the dot product of this. So this is equal to 6 plus 0 minus 2 means 4. And what is mod OG vector? 2 square plus 4 square 2 square means 4, 16 and 4 means root 24. Root 24 is 2 root 6 means 2 root 2 into root 3. And what is mod OA vector? 9 plus 1, 10 means root 2 into root 5. So this becomes 1 by root 15. So cos of angle GOA is 1 by root 15. So option A is correct. Now take a next question from JEE Main. Here PQRS 4 points are given with their position vectors. Okay, so the quadrilateral PQRS is formed and you have to choose the correct option. Look, if you look into the options carefully, you find that it is guaranteed that PQRS is a parallelogram. But it may be a square, it may be a rectangle, it may be a rhombus. Okay, so which of the, even it may be a parallelogram which is neither a rhombus nor a rectangle. So how can you proceed? Here you are given 4 points PQRS. So just draw the parallelogram PQRS. PQRS. Remember that you are drawing a parallelogram, but it may be a rhombus, it may be a rectangle, whatever. Okay, so you know that this is a parallelogram. So this side and this side are equal and parallel and equal. This side and these sides are also parallel and equal. So how can you judge that this is a rhombus? Just do the dot product of these two vectors. If it comes out to be 0, then this is either a rhombus or a square. What is PR vector? PR vector is the position vector of R minus the position vector of P. And what is SQ vector? The position vector of Q minus the position vector of S. So you know PR vector and SQ vector. Do the dot product. If it comes out and check whether it is 0 or not, you will find that this is not 0. So the question, so the option that this is a rhombus is eliminated, and even it is a square is also eliminated. So option B and option D are not correct. Now you have, it might happen that this is a rectangle. How can you find? There are various ways. Just do SP vector dot PQ vector. If it is 0, then this is a rectangle, and if it is not 0, then this is a parallelogram which is neither a rhombus nor a rectangle. And you will find that SP vector dot PQ vector is not 0. Okay, if you calculate, then you will find that SP vector dot PQ vector is not 0. So this option A is the only correct option. Before proceeding any further, I would like you to remember these two formulae. A vector plus B vector squared, which is nothing but A vector plus B vector dot A vector plus B vector. So this is A vector squared plus B vector squared plus 2 A vector dot B vector. Okay, and A vector plus B vector plus C vector squared, this is A vector squared plus b vector squared plus c vector squared plus 2 a vector dot b vector plus 2 b vector dot c vector plus 2 c vector dot a vector. Okay. Now take the problem from JEE Main 2008. Read the question carefully that is going to float on your screen just now. Here a cap and b cap are two non-collinear vectors making an acute angle between them. So the angle between a cap and b cap is an acute angle, means the shortest angle between a cap and b cap is an acute angle, and O is origin and P is a variable point where OP vector is cos t I cap, cos t A cap plus sin t B cap. Now you can always think the matter like this. This is the point O, this is A cap, okay, and this is B cap. You can always shift A cap and B cap parallel to themselves in such a manner that the point O becomes the tail of A cap and B cap also. And now there is a point P where OP vector is, means the position vector of P is, this is cos t A cap plus sin t B cap. And now when P is farthest from the point O, then capital M is the magnitude of OP vector. Okay. So what is OP vector? Mod OP vector. So for that find mod OP vector squared, means OP vector dot OP vector means this square, right? Cos t A cap plus sin t B cap squared. Now use the formula that I have told you just a minute earlier. So this is this square, means A cap square means 1, cos square t means 1. This is sin square t, B cap square is 1 because this is a unit vector, so sin square t. So cos square t plus sin square t is 1. Now 2ab, so 2a vector dot 2 this vector dot this vector. So 2 sin t cos t is sin 2t. Okay, and here you have A cap dot B cap. When mod OP vector is maximum, remember this cannot be negative. Why? Because the angle between A cap and B cap is an acute angle. So A cap dot B cap is a positive number. So to make this greatest, you have to take sin 2t equal to 1. So sin 2t equal to 1. So 2t equal to pi by 2 means t equal to pi by 4. So t is pi by 4. So then what will be m? M is root over this with sin 2t equal to 1. So root over 1 plus A cap dot B cap. In this case, it is told that U cap is a unit vector along OP vector when t equal to pi by 4. So U cap equal to t equal to pi by 4. So this is pi by 4 over 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2 a cap plus b cap, because you just need a unit vector. So a cap plus b cap divided by mod a cap plus b cap. So this is u cap. So which option is matching with our answer? Option A is matching with our answer. So option A is correct. Now take the question that is going to pop up in your screen. This is a very easy problem. Here a vector and b vector are two unit vectors, and it is given that a vector plus 2b vector and 5a vector minus 5a vector minus 4b vector. 5a vector minus 4b vector are perpendicular. You have to find the angle between a vector and b vector. Remember that a vector and b vector are unit vectors. Since these two vectors are perpendicular, so you have a vector plus 2b vector dot remember, always put a dot, don't keep this place silent, use only dot. So I am giving emphasis to this point. So this is equal to 0, and now this is this dot this, so 5a vector square is 1. Okay, this is to this means minus 8b vector square is 1. Now this is minus 4a vector dot b vector, and this is 10a vector dot b vector. So this is 10 and this is minus 4 means 6. So 6a vector dot b vector equal to 0. So a vector dot b vector is equal to minus 3 by 6 means half. Okay. Now this is mod a vector mod b vector cos theta equal to half, but mod a vector mod b vector is 1, so cos theta equal to half. So cos theta equal to half means theta equal to pi by 3. Okay. So which option is pi by 3 or 60 degrees? Option B is pi by 3 or 60 degrees. So option B is correct. Now consider the next problem from JEE Main. This is, I think, one of the easiest problem. Here u vector, v vector, w vector are three vectors given. One condition is u vector plus v vector plus w vector equal to 0 vector, and also the modulus of u vector, v vector and w vector are given. You have to find u vector dot v vector plus v vector dot w vector plus w vector dot u vector. How can you proceed? This is 0, so u vector plus v vector plus w vector squared is also 0. Remember, this squared means this dot this, but I have already told you to remember the formula corresponding to this. So this is this square plus this square plus this square. This square means 9, v vector square means 4, w vector square means 25 plus 2 into what is required equal to 0. So what is required is equal to 24, 9, 34, 38 means minus 38 by 2 means minus 19. Which option is minus 19? Have I done something wrong? This is 9. Oof, this is 16. This is 16. So 16 plus 9, 25 means 50. 50. So it is minus 50 by 2. So this is minus 25. So which option is minus 25? Option B is minus 25. So option B is correct. Now take the next question that is appearing on your screen. Here, first what you have to do is to do something about this. Right? Now we know that mod of this square means a vector minus b vector dot a vector minus b vector. So this is a vector squared plus b vector squared plus minus 2a vector dot b vector. Similar terms come from this term and this term also. And here a vector, b vector, c vector are unit vectors. So the contributing factor is from here you are getting 1, you are getting 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 means 6. So what you are getting is 6 minus 2 summation a vector dot b vector. Summation a vector dot b vector means a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector. Okay, this is a shorthand notation for writing a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector. Okay, so now you have to do something about this. We know that a vector plus b vector plus c vector whole square, this is greater or equal to 0, right? Because this means what? Mod of a vector plus b vector plus c vector squared. Since mod cannot be negative, so square is always greater or equal to 0. But what is this? This is a vector square plus b vector square plus c vector square plus 2 summation a vector dot b vector. But a vector square plus b vector square plus c vector square means 3. So 3 plus 2 summation a vector dot b vector greater or equal to 0. So 2 a vector dot b vector greater or equal to minus 3. So minus of 2a vector dot b vector is less equal to 3. So this means that this is less equal to 9. So this quantity cannot exceed 9. So option B is correct. So option B is correct. Take the next question that is appearing on your screen just now. Here a vector, b vector are two vectors which are given. You note that a vector and b vector are non-collinear vectors. This means that these two vectors lie on a plane, okay, or can be thought of as lying on a plane. Suppose this is the plane of the board. Now the question is, how many unit vectors are there perpendicular to this board? How many? This is one vector. Remember, these vectors are counted as one single vector, because a vector can, if you shift a vector parallel to itself, there is no change. So this is one vector. The arrow is towards you, but another vector, unit vector is there whose arrow is towards the other side of the board. Okay, so there are two unit vectors. So option B is correct. So option B is correct. Before proceeding to the next question, let me first introduce to you something which is called orthogonal vectors. Two vectors, A vector and B vector, are said to be orthogonal if their dot product is 0. So A vector and B vector are said to be orthogonal if A vector dot B vector equal to 0. Now it is clear that if A vector and B vector are perpendicular vectors, then they are orthogonal. But as I have told you that this relation also hold, this relation may hold if A vector equal to, if either A vector equal to 0 vector or B vector is 0 vector. So you can say that 0 vector is orthogonal to any vector. Okay. So now take the question that is appearing on your screen. Here there are many vectors given. B1 vector is given, B2 vector is given, C1 vector is given, C2 vector is given. Okay. So there are 6 vectors and given, and you have to choose which of the options is correct. Okay, just check. So this is a very simple thing, just check it out. Suppose if you want to check whether option A is correct or not. So option A is A vector, B1 vector, comma C1 vector. Just do A vector dot B1 vector. If it comes out that this is not equal to 0, then option A cannot be correct. But if it is 0, then you have to proceed further. Then do A vector dot C1 vector. If it is not equal to 0, then option A cannot be true. But if it is 0, then you have to do one more thing, that is B1 vector dot C1 vector. If it is 0, then option A is correct, and if it is not 0, then option A cannot be correct. Then go for option B. If option B is correct, then you got your answer, and if option B is not correct, then go for option C. If option C is correct, then option C is the correct answer. But if option C is not correct, then you don't have to do option D, because option D is the only option left which is mandatory to be true.